Wow, there's so many ants on my water bottle, which is propping up my phone. Oh, and I'm like right in, well, hold on, let's move. All right, here we go. Beautiful sunny spot in 0.5 mode. All I really want to say is that this is the start of my second week of filming. I just posted the first one while I was at home, and I'm feeling really proud of myself because it's a weird, scary thing to do, and I did it, and I'm gonna continue doing it. So the following is just a weird amalgamation of clips that I have taken the past couple of weeks, and I, really kind of veered off track there of the weekly business, but I'm gonna attempt to get back on track. And I think the first clip is me in this very same place, talking about how grateful I am to be in California. And it still rings true because, I mean, hold up. Check it. That's a beautiful view. That's a beautiful view, brother. That is really nice. And then I talk about how I got diagnosed officially with PCOS, which is something that I have thought that I've had for many years, but due to a lot of extraneous circumstances, was never able to get an official diagnosis. So that's really quite swell. And I'll talk about my symptoms, and I'll talk about what I'm doing to hopefully help out some of those symptoms, do symptom management as approved by my primary care doctor. And anyway, I have spent about 30 minutes trying to find a spot to set up to film this intro, which is really funny. And I gotta go do pool day because my mom and my sister are coming to visit for Christmas, baby, and I gotta get ready for them to come. So, peace out. Walk. Something I'm so grateful for, well, a few things. I just freaking love, I mean, look how gorgeous. Just like a sea of cacti. That's incredible. That's so cool. And I just have always, I could cry thinking about it. Uh-oh, I feel myself tearing up. But I've always wanted to live in California, like ever since I was a kid. I was like, this would be the perfect place for me to live. There's the ocean, there's mountains, there's dance, there's so much to do, there's Disney. And I live here now. I live here now. I get to be friggin' 5 feet away from a cactus. It's just really cool. And it's so beautiful. And this little walk that I do, I sort of discover new paths on it every day, or every time I walk it. And it's so beautiful. Like, I can see the mountains. They're so gorgeous. And I'm just really lucky that I have the resources. I've had the resources. I've had the support, and more so that I've had the trust in myself for all my life, really, that even though I'm very deeply insecure and anxious, I know that if I want to do something, I can. And I'm very lucky for that. I gotta stop because I gotta focus on walking down this hill. But it's just amazing because 2 years ago, I would never have fathomed that I would be standing on a hill in California in the sun, about to go to the gym. And I just kind of have solitude. Obviously there's a bunch of kids down below in the soccer field playing soccer, but I have like so much space just to myself. I'm really thankful for that. So really grateful today and always. So it's my first day off in a very long time. Like a full day off where I don't have rehearsal tonight. I don't have plans that I have to do. I don't have an appointment I have to go to. I don't have either of my jobs or any of the 3 of my jobs. And so it's been a nice morning. Okay, so things I wanted to do in starting this are practice the drums every day and work on calisthenics. But essentially I just want to take the energy I have and do something more with it. I think I've been feeling like this whole year I've been really busy, but my whole life I've been really busy, and I've always struggled so much with feeling like there's so many things I want to do. I just want to do so much, which is such a beautiful gift that I have. Like, I do have a zest for life and a zest for doing things and accomplishing things. Also, cute little waterfall. I get overwhelmed by how much there is, and then that sort of stumps me, right? And so I kind of just want to tackle that and just do things. So far this week, it's Sunday, but this past week, something I've really been implementing that has helped me a lot is just get up. I, like so many people I know, can really just sit. I can just sit in my car before I go to the gym. I can just sit on the couch before I start getting ready for work, you know, and all that time I'm spending sitting and sort of just waiting to get the motivation to go in or be like satisfied enough with scrolling on my phone or sending texts or whatever it is. Like, all that time I'm not really getting more motivated. I'm really not. Like, if anything, I'm just convincing myself more and more not to go do it. So I've been trying this week, really just like not giving myself a second to think about things and just getting up and getting out of the car, getting out of the house, just doing it. Last night, I really pushed myself to go to a going away party for my friend after a full day of work, and that probably doesn't seem like a huge thing to a lot of people, but working every day, my 2 jobs, dancing and performing, having to go and be social with people that I know but not super well, like, it was really I could have really easily convinced myself not to go, but I wanted to. And when I parked in the parking lot, I didn't give myself time to like sit and even like adjust my hair or whatever. I just got up and I went in, and I was really happy I did, because I couldn't spend that time convincing myself that it was going to be horrible or thinking about all the ways it could go wrong. So that's been very helpful for me. So I'm hoping that throughout the remainder of this year, I can just tell myself, like, just fucking do it.
Later.
Okay, you know when your nose is all stuffed up and then you become really appreciative for all the times when you could just breathe through your nose, no problem? I'm feeling that way about my heel right now, you know? I feel like, man, I really should have appreciated more when I was able to walk without a lot of pain, you know? And just reminds you to think of all the other areas and parts of life that we take for granted, or at least don't recognize daily. So today I don't have a stuffy nose. I'm feeling really well. Feeling really good about being able to breathe fully through my nose, among with many other things that I'm able to do that I don't have to think about, because everything is working, you know, in a way that makes my life pretty easy. So, just a thought.
Moments later.
So yesterday, I went to the doctor and I got officially diagnosed with PCOS. And I think how most people do when they have known something was wrong for a long time and they had a hunch about it. I just feel relieved that now I know, and now I can take the proper steps to, you know, doing something to help out with my system. Also, the sun is freaking just beautiful, gorgeous today. I've been inside because I just filmed the first part of my first video, and I'm feeling silly about it, but yeah, so So let me expound more on why this is exciting. I have thought that I had PCOS for about 5 years now, and because I didn't have insurance for a while, and it's really expensive in America, and also too, just like, I'm busy, man. I work 3 jobs, and it's hard to find the time to make time for yourself, but I'm happy that I was able to. I was fortunate enough to make the time for it. And I got an ultrasound, and I got my blood work done, and all of it came back without a doubt. I got lots of follicles on my ovaries. I'm being lighthearted, but it's very serious. So my PCOS symptoms are as follows. I grow chin hair. I could grow a full beard if I didn't pluck this pretty much every other day. I get really dark hairs, and I wish that I was at the point in my life where I didn't care about that, because it's just body hair and everyone has it. Even if people who look like me don't usually grow dark bearded facial hair, it doesn't matter, right? It's natural. Unfortunately, it is hard for me, especially in my line of work, which is dance. Aesthetics can really matter, and it is something that I've been insecure about for a really long time, and I've done everything. I've tweezed, which I do currently. I've gotten it waxed, I've gotten it threaded, and it always just comes back, and my skin gets really irritated, and so that's one of my more annoying symptoms of PCOS. Otherwise, my periods are pretty irregular, and when I do get my period, it is so light, and the blood is really dark, and it's like I'm essentially spotting. I have my period for a day and then I spot, which isn't great. I'm not a doctor, but I knew that wasn't good, and it means that my uterine lining isn't shedding quite like it should. So that's another symptom. I am very inflamed. I get headaches all the time. I've always gotten headaches chronically, and I'm not sure that PCOS is to blame for that. It's a myriad of other things, I'm sure, stress being one of the main factors. And something I did last year was, I started using Element. I use electrolyte packets, and that has helped. I think I lose a lot of sodium through sweat because I'm a dancer. But today I woke up and I had and have a really bad headache. So that's another symptom. I have really elevated testosterone. I get really mood swingy. Yeah, but those are my 3 sort of main problem PCOS symptoms. And so I bought inositol and D3, and it's kind of fun that I'm doing this now, because I can track if it really makes any difference over time, if I see any difference in my symptoms. There's so much more to PCOS that but that's how it's showing up for me, and hopefully I can help about it. All right, brother. Healthcare haul. So something else that I've been dealing with as of late is plantar fasciitis. Plantar fasciitis. My left heel has been hurting real damn bad. And so I bought compression socks that I've been wearing for the past 5 days, and they have helped a little. But yesterday, after a full day of work and dance, they were just hurting like a bitch. And so I got these. I got some soles, so hopefully those help. I'll keep us updated. I got eye cream because a part of my aging journey is that a couple years ago, I realized that I was getting crow's feet. And it really made me spiral, which is so dumb. And I really try to rationalize it and be like, I have crow's feet because I smile so much, which is nice. And also because I didn't wear sunscreen for most of my life growing up in Florida. And the thing is that who gives a fuck, right? Who gives a fuck? I a little bit have to, again, because I'm a dancer, and working for certain entertainment companies, it's important that you look young enough. So I got eye cream. Anyways, I also got sunscreen. I like this one. And then, most excitingly, I got my first PCOS specific for me supplement, which is Myo and D-Chiro inositol with something folate, which I looked it up and it's like essentially B vitamins that are easily digestible, and then vitamin D3. So I gotta take this bad boy and hope that it helps. So let's freaking pop into this. Okay, so these are huge. These are huge pills. I take serving size 4 capsules. That's a lot of capsules. Okay, I'm gonna have to look more into this. Hold up. So it wasn't a typo. Gotta take 4 of these bad boys. So let's do it. I don't know why I'm filming it. I mean, but like, why am I filming anything, right? That's the whole point, is to film because it is silly and life is silly. Okay, 1 down the hatch. Easy. You know what? Actually, I know myself and I'm gonna lose count. So I'm gonna start by putting 4 in the thing. Now I have 3 because I already took 1, and do it that way. Okay. 2 down the hatch. 3 down the hatch. 4 down the hatch, baby! Oh, preferably with a meal. For those with a sensitive constitution, take half of a serving at once, twice per day. I really should have read that because I have not eaten, so let's make some lunch, huh? All right, you're going on the toaster oven instead. I'm sure this angle is just gorgeous. I used to do second breakfast pretty immediately after first breakfast, which would be like cereal or oatmeal or yogurt or something. And I've tried to cut that out by adding more protein and hoping that that makes me more full. And it has. That's been like a really good thing for me. I know that all you can hear is you're slipping and I got water on the lens and you hear my frying peppers, but who gives a fuck? Because this is just for me. Yeah, that has been helping. And then for lunch, I'll do a salad with like some tofu or some plant-based pea protein chicken. And then, I love to saute up pepper, zucchini, mushroom. That's a classic. And then do some tempeh. When I'm on the go, I'll do tempeh, carrot, celery. And yep, I have a bowl of popcorn and cookies every night. And so actually, it's gonna be too loud, so. All right, I don't want to brag, but this is looking pretty decent compared to what I usually eat. So everything I usually eat, pretty bland. But I've done a lot of research on things that can be, foods that can be helpful for PCOS management. And in the research that I've done and sort of assessing my own personal body and how I feel, I am going to try to incorporate a lot more like lean protein that is from animal sources, which is really different for me. Like making chicken is really, I haven't cooked chicken in the kitchen in a long time, like a couple years at least, because it scares me a little, but I think that ensuring I'm getting protein from a variety of sources is going to be helpful. And in addition, I'm gonna have to cut back on the specific protein powder I was using because it's whey, which is derived from a dairy source. And I'm trying to be smart and limiting about dairy for me just to see if it helps me. And I watch Abby something, I'll link it below so you can look at it if you want to remember. But she said that if you're gonna do dairy, it's best to opt for these like full fat options. And so I got full fat cottage cheese and full fat yogurt, which is different than what I have been eating. So just want to see if that helps. It can be really disheartening because PCOS is one of those things, there's not a cure to it. It is all about symptom management. So it's going to be a lot of experimentation for me on what is actually helpful for my particular symptoms and the ways that it shows up for me. But I'm optimistic about it and I'm excited to eat. All right, that was pretty good. And also, I love you, Justina. I was in a video with her once, do you remember? Take two. You know, there's still just hella ants on the ground, and I guess that's just bugs for you. So maybe I will have to film this just standing. Yikes!